Hi guys, welcome to my second video. So we'll here talk about how to create a linked list. I'll denote it with LL. Okay, just to keep it simple. Okay, so in the last video you'd have seen that we have a head and or we can optionally have a tail as well. Okay. So in real life scenario, in order to create a linked list, what the basic unit of a linked list is? It is a node, right? So, to create a linked list, we have to create the basic unit of it, that is a node. So, this is our first duty. Okay, and a node basically holds two things. One is data, okay, and the second is the location of the second node. Okay, also, after declaring our first node, we have to make sure that we have a head and a tail in place. Okay, and this two things is basic for a linked list. This is the basic unit. So first we have to create a node. Then we have to create two objects. One is head and the other one is tail. Okay. Let's look how we can basically implement this in Python. Okay, so I have created a .py file by the name linked list. So I'll be creating two classes. One is node to create node units, and a node object basically, and a linked list class to create the linked list object. So here using the init function, I'll be creating uh, I'll give default values to the variables inside the node. So first part is data. I'll put data as data from the input as the value, and then the next part, which basically holds the address of the following node, I'll just set it as none for now. None is basically null in Python. So this object is done. Second, I'll create a new class with the name linked list. We'll define the init function as done previously, so this won't have any parameters to be sent out. So the head would be set as none for now. The tail would be set as none again. Now I'll define the next two functions just to show how exactly linked list would be printed once I complete the code. So I'll define the iter function. Okay, I'll create a variable first. We'll point the head to this variable. Okay, and we'll iterate the first variable till the end. As long as it is true, we'll yield the value of first, and then we'll update the value of first to next. Okay, so this iter part is done. Now I'll create a str special function. So basically these are the function that is already been uh, defined previously, but now for our linked list object I'll be overwriting the existing method. Now for this I'll create a variable values. So basically whatever the data is there in the uh, in the linked list, I'll just typecast it to as string in self. So I'm creating a list named as values. Now I'll return. So basically this tail emitter is a way of representing the different nodes, how they are mapped to each other. So I'll join all the values in the list. Now the basic method that are required to create and then print a node is done, print a linked list is done. So first I'll create a linked list object by ll. Okay, we'll create a node 1, say with the value as 1. We'll create a new node, second node with the value 2, and say we create a third node with a value 3. Okay, so the linked list head would point to node 1. Okay, and linked list tail would point to node 3, for example. Will update the node 1's address part to node 2 and node 2's address part to node 3. So our basic implementation is done. Now I'll print the linked list. I'll save this and go to command prompt, write python linked list dot py. So see, so here we can see we have a linked list. The first value is 1. It's the next node it's pointing to is 2, then it's 3. Okay, so this was a basic steps that were involved to create a linked list. So thank you. Meet you in the next session.